The
Well,
lunatic.
everybody. Well, everybody, welcome back to Mystics and Lunatics after Andrea's tremendous holiday abroad. And how are you getting on? I haven't spoken to you guys in ages. How are you all getting on?
Great. I had a lovely time away. The weather was absolutely beautiful. It was 25 degrees nearly every day, and it was wonderful.
We had that too, believe it or not.
Yeah. It was so
I had the
sad
very same weather here in the oven. I had it.
when we landed back. The rain that was hitting the plane when we were landing, I was like, oh my God. It was so sad to come back to the rain.
Mm. But we're getting the hot spell again.
Yeah, did you not feel at home, Andrea, with that lovely rain coming in?
No, I didn't want to leave. It was so nice, the blue skies and just being near the open water and just doing nothing for 5 days.
Sure,
Isn't
Jess,
it
that's my
lovely?
life every day. That's my life every day, Andrea.
It was nice to have a break now. I had a complete switch off from work, from not spirituality because you can't switch that off, but I was politely asking the spirits for a bit of downtime, and to be fair, they did give me that.
Mm.
Ah, that's great. That's great. That's tremendous. That is. That's brilliant. That is. Yeah. Anne, how are you keeping?
I'm
Did you
good.
miss her, Anne? Did you? Did you miss
I,
her?
I did. No one giving
Did
out
you?
to me.
Ah, isn't that shocking?
Mm.
Sure, I
Pete,
can still give out to you on the phone, you know.
Pete tried it, but I ignored him.
Oh, good on you. Good.
Yeah.
As parents, we do that, Anne, with our kids.
And that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Sure, and
But,
they didn't pay any heed to us when they were growing up. Why are we going to pay heed to them now?
oh, Jesus, I did. I took heed. I tell you, you had no choice but to take heed.
Only when you got caught.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
Just, I must have been really good. I never got caught.
oh, Jesus, I got caught. I was always getting killed.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. I was always in trouble for something. I we used to play the high ends and the lower ends, and we'd have big sticks, and one end of the road would come, and we used to belt the crap out of one
I
another.
know. Yeah, that's right. So we should do that as well. Yeah, you'd be hammering the shit out of each other. It'd be great crack.
Yeah, and nobody no, and throw stones at one another.
And you'd be done now for even touching somebody.
Mm.
And not a video camera in sight, lads. Not a video camera in sight. There wasn't.
There was a woman that she's like, we lived on a long road, and there was two sides, and there was a woman, and like they were big enough back gardens, but she had chickens or hens, and she used to come, Frank, and it's letting out the chickens again. I'd be like, then again, I was killed, but
Well, no wonder you got killed. You were setting out her chickens.
mm.
Well, well, lads, what are you thinking of this absolutely savage energy we're having?
Well, I think it's affecting men more than women.
Oh, you can sing that, Anne, because I sleep on a razor blade.
Every man is going around like it has something stuck up its rear end. They are like, oh no, they are like, I don't know what. They seem to be angry.
Well, a lot of them won't are not that energy wouldn't be agreeing with the man. I wouldn't be agreeing with the man. No, I actually I would get it fatigue wise. Sleeping great, but find it hard then to get myself out of the bed. Like
Oh, there
no,
was a
lads.
new moon, wasn't there?
Oh, there was
Maybe.
the new moon was massive. It was that was huge. That was really huge energy. But guys, I have to say this: the grounding sheet. Oh my god, lads, it's a game changer. It's a complete and utter game changer. 2 weeks running with it now. Haven't had a pain in my back once getting out of bed.
Actually, I don't know. Did you see the message that was sent to me, Mick? But a lady reached out asking for the link of where you bought the grounding sheet.
That's the company. It's called Grounding. Well, that's the one that I found on the internet, and it was to be the
You find
best.
it
I
good.
know nothing about that, but I ordered off them. That's why I got it off, and the sheet turned out to be perfect. And I plug it in, and I got one for Kyra, and you can put it lengthways across your bed, or you can put it the full width of your, or widthways across or the full length of your bed for yourself. But guys, and I haven't had a pain in my back any morning since. Oh my god, it's a game changer! It's a game changer.
I must get one.
and you're grounding for 8 hours all night long, and you absolutely get out of bed like a new penny.
I'm not
Just
actually.
goes to show you, lads, we are energy. We are all energy, and the importance of clearing that energy. It's incredible. I've had it now 2 weeks, and I can't see me ever sleeping without it anymore.
But you know, people don't understand when you pass over, that's all you are is energy.
But
Oh,
that's
that's
all
all
we
we are,
are.
and yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Like our
we're
body is a vessel that's just carrying what we are.
yeah,
yes, yeah, that's it.
yeah,
And
and
we have the
when,
ability to heal ourselves, guys.
of course we have.
I actually
Have
had this conversation with one of my residents at work today. We somehow, I don't know how, we got onto the topic of fairy forts and the
oh,
seventh
lovely,
son
lovely.
and self healing. We were chatting away about kind of old Irish folklore and stuff like that. And one man said to me, which I thought was a very good point, he said, there's people out there that won't believe in the likes of the fairies or the seventh son or things like that. And he says, fair enough, that's their opinion. But he said, for the ones that do believe, he says, even if it's not 100% what they think it is, says a lot of it has to do with self healing, because when you so firmly believe that something or somebody is working with you, you will self heal.
Oh, you will. I had a problem with me gum
Yeah,
there during the week, and I said to myself, I direct command the cells of my body to heal my gum right now. And I'm 2 days, 3 days now, and the gum is nearly completely healed. And or not, I would have been. I couldn't get an appointment for the dentist for a week anyway, but it's nearly healed up itself now. And every day, repeated over and over again, I direct, instruct, compel, and command the cells in my body to heal my gum right now, and it actually has healed it. But you have to talk to yourselves, like our cells are listening to everything that we're saying. So if we're saying we're sick, well, then we must be sick, lads. You know
Mick,
what I
you
mean?
got
Like,
that right.
Yeah.
That it's what. Yeah, you got.
Or if you know somebody that's sick and you say, oh, I've definitely picked that up off them.
yeah, you're telling
And
your
you
body
have.
it's
Yeah,
okay
That
to be
happened to
sick.
me last year in work. I went back after having a kidney infection, and I was told the day I went back that there was COVID in the building. And I said to myself within an hour, I says, that's it, I'm fecked. And then lo and behold, 4 days later, I had tested positive for COVID. But the time after we had COVID in the home, I said to myself, I said, there's absolutely no way I am accepting this or picking it up this time. And I never got it. And I'm one to get everything.
But
But
Andre, that's exactly it. Our thoughts
yeah,
become our words, which become our actions, and that's
that's
it.
what I say to myself when I go out now. I'm not getting any of those stuff.
Yeah. And nearly
Yeah,
everyone else the second time around picked it up. But I was like, it's not happening. And even dad said to me, he says, test yourself. And I did. And no symptoms, no positive
no,
tests.
no, no, guys.
I
It's
told
it's
myself it
it's
wasn't
it's
happening.
our bodies are the most powerful machine, better than any computer any day, and we have the ability to heal ourselves if we just look after it.
Yeah,
But we don't. We don't. We pump poison into it, and we fill it with tablets and shit, and we run to the doctor for everything, and we allow ourselves into the fear of being sick, the fear
yeah,
that they want us
that's
in.
the truth.
Now, Mick,
Yeah.
Mammy Larkin is here.
Ah, yes, mammy, it's about time. Come on, it's about time. It is 2 weeks. And
Any
she
messages?
now, and in fairness to her, and Andrea, Mammy Larkin did come to me last week. Did she come to her gorgeous son with a message? Oh no, it was
And they
for
were laughing.
it was for her ladyship. Andrea, the message was for.
Yeah. And she was
Yeah,
spot on with what she was saying.
I know. I don't know, but I passed on the message. And I'm going, no message for me, for Andrea. Oh, the new pet in the house is Andrea.
And I'll tell
Trisha
you,
won't be
Mick,
happy, Andrea.
okay,
Trisha
fair
won't be
enough.
happy.
She's coming in now and she's talking about like a wooden rocking horse or a wooden horse.
Oh yeah, we had the wooden horse. Yeah, that's right.
Did
Yeah.
we not have this conversation before?
No.
No, 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 we didn't know.
Oh, we
Right, the
did.
wooden horse. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, she's
I do,
talking
Andrea.
about. Did you used to go around on it for hours at a time? She's saying
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
got fixated with something, there was no stopping you until it was out of your system.
It was. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. That is true. Yeah.
And he was going
But
around
I do remember. Yeah, I do remember seeing a picture of me on that horse. I do.
Do you hear what I says, Mick?
What's that?
You're going around with the cowboy horse. Do you remember
I
the
was,
cowboy?
and I had a cowboy hat and a gun and holster all the time. From there,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's talking about the wooden horse.
That's it. I never have a memory, and you're telling me now it's coming straight back to me, even though I could never remember 0 to 9. Now it's starting to come back to me.
I never remember when I was a child either.
No, that's mad. Like,
Yeah, she's very strongly showing me this lovely, beautiful horse. And did you used to fight with Trish over it?
I know I wouldn't have fought with Tricia; she would have killed me. She was 6 years older. Andrea, do you know she bet me around the place? She threw me out over her shoulder, and I landed on me.
You
Hold
off
it.
the
Trisha
horse.
always says that the reason I'm as mad as I am is because she threw me out over her shoulder when I was only a baby, and I landed on my head.
Yeah. Is that it?
She is saying to me, I think she could have pushed you off the horse.
Oh, she would have killed me, sure. Kill me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
But talking about energy, I was online there, and there's a lady. I don't know if any of you remember her. Name was Charlotte Moffat. You remember Charlotte Moffat?
No.
She's, how would you say it? She used to be on Gogglebox.
Oh yeah, she's a celebrity now.
Yeah, and she was saying about how they have booked tickets or something for a film. And when they went to the film with the tickets wasn't for there. It was for where her sister was. And when the sister had booked films, they booked from where they were. She found a penny, and the sister's boyfriend found a penny. Different cinemas. What would you call
Huh.
that, Nick?
I would just call that the universe, lads. I love the universe the way it works. I
Yeah,
absolutely,
so
and
do
lads,
I.
it is working. Oh my God, for everyone now so quickly.
It is, yeah.
You know,
I do say to people who reach out to me, or even when I'm doing a TikTok, someone might say, "Oh, nobody gives me signs, or nobody's communicating with me," and my response to that is that they're not listening.
Andrea, I would agree with you 100%. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because we do get signs, whether they're small or big. There is things that they try to show us to help us on our journey, but if you don't want to listen to them, then you're not going to perceive them as signs.
It's gas. So, like, I went Sunday night, I decided to change the time I normally go to the sauna. So I went an hour earlier, and I was sitting in the sauna, and there was 4 people sitting across from me. And I knew, I said, these are definitely fifth dimensional. But anyway, I went out to the ceiling and I grounded, and I came back in, and I started talking a little bit fifth dimension. There was only the other 3 people that left. And the man turned out to be a medium for the last 24 years, and he's a kinesiologist. And he's massive into this. And his partner does yoga and all that. And she had a girl with her, younger girl with her, who was gas because the younger girl turned out to be a guard, but she had met her in India a year and a half ago, and they became best friends teaching yoga. And the other chap with him was from Kildare or Kilcullen, I think, and he was a Reiki master as well. And here was 4 like-minded people, and we had such a brilliant conversation. The 2 of them now are going to come to the fire ceremony on Saturday week. They are. And they turned out to be absolutely gorgeous people. And we had a great chat and great banter, lads. And more and more and more people every day now. Every day I'm talking to someone who just is.
Did you get the sheet for the?
I did, Anne, yeah. Yeah.
I've done them out.
Brilliant.
I'll bring some up with me. And you have to
Yeah.
pick 4 fire masters.
Yes, we will. We'll
Not
pick
fire
4 farmer. I have
masters.
Siobhan lined up. Siobhan's going to do it anyway, she is.
You have to
And
have
Kyra. Kyra,
Yeah.
and myself, and yourself. There's 4.
No, you can't. You're the fire master.
I'm the fire master, so we need one more. I get one more, yeah.
We got a message. Not really kind of a question as such. Sent in. So this lady.
The lights are going on behind you, lads. Again, they're actually lighting up behind you.
Well, I set up my circle.
I can see that tonight.
Before, because I'd pre-read this message. She sent this message in on the 16th of May, but we had finished up the podcast and then I was off for 2 weeks. So she said, "Hey, love the podcast so much. Keep up the great work."
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Definitely crazy energies at the moment. Just listening
Absolutely.
tonight, and the knock on the door is crazy. No clue. Oh, she said she'd want to book in for a reading as well. She would love for us to pick a card for her on the podcast, only if we're drawn to, and I actually was, so I set up one of my cards here. Would love also to hear more about how we can protect ourselves. I normally just speak to my angels and guides and say only love and light. I definitely get exhausted when energies are high in this crazy world, and she also wished me a fab holiday. So I'm going to pull her card and then we'll talk a little bit about the energies and protecting ourselves.
Okay.
Do Andrea. Yeah, go pull her a card.
I just felt, when I read her message, I said, you know what, the card has to be pulled.
Oh, yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So the card that has come out for her is actually the abundance card. Her energy is actually very vibrant. For some reason, I do feel that she has quite a connection spiritually herself. I feel like that's why I was so drawn to pull her a card, that there is a lot of energy and her belief is very strong. Her connection in with her angels and even her fairies are quite strong at the minute. But she is quite a good-hearted person. They are talking about a lot of good that she does for other people without expecting anything in return. And because she is like that, the universe is rewarding her with abundance and happiness.
I feel that like reading through the lines with her, I think she's very respectful of the medicine. We do.
Yeah.
And it's another thing too, the fairies don't want us to forget about them. They want us, because I know lately that I haven't spoke much about them, but the fairies are there.
Oh, they're here all the time.
Oh, and that's so true, because Kyra was doing Reiki with me on Saturday, and she says the wee people are in, which is the fairies, and it's the first time they ever come in during the Reiki, and the exact thing they said to us, we want you to talk about us more.
Yeah.
And you know why they came in for you, Mick?
Because I'm stonewall mad.
Yeah.
Specifically for you, they're telling me now, because I'm open, I've read the card, is because yes, you're very joking, and yes, you're full of crack, but lately you've let your playful side go a little bit. There's a little bit of stress and worry around you, and they're coming in to ask you to try and have a little bit more fun.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Andrea. Yeah. There's a few things I had to sort out. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's a few things there that were on the plate that had to be dealt with. Yeah, there was definitely.
The
Yeah.
was a little bit uneven.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. I was.
Yeah,
definitely.
We talked about.
And you know yourself.
Yeah, the balance was a little bit uneven, and they're actually saying that you still have to balance yourself out a little bit around that.
I still have to. Yeah, we still have to get over that little. Yeah.
Who got caught smoking?
Who got caught smoking? I don't know, and I never smoked anyway. Maybe Trisha. Oh, probably Trisha. Probably Trish.
Yeah. Smoke?
I think Trisha did smoke. Yeah, I think she did now on. Yeah, I think she did.
During the time Rebecca and Hannah were smoking down there, and you came up, you were only young. Dad, Rebecca's on fire. The smoke coming out her nose. Bloody kids.
I do remember actually being in the old guards wagon, which was a CIE. It was a wagon that we used to play in as kids because we had the railway tracks behind the house, and we had the wagons that we there. There was one wagon where it was called the guards wagon, where you could light a fire in it. And I remember the neighbor in there with a couple of the neighbors, Danny Redden and a few more, and they were all smoking. I wasn't. They all got caught smoking. There was that incident, I remember that as a kid, like in our
Yeah.
teens. Yeah.
But I'm talking about energy. What's going on around the whole world is on balancing the energy.
Well, the
It
second part
is
of this lady's question was us asking, would love to hear more about how we can
protection.
protect ourselves.
Well, I will tell you how to protect yourself. When you get up in the morning, you imagine yourself in a bright light. Bubble the light all around you. And like imagine a big bubble of bright light and step into that bubble and
Yeah.
surround yourself with Archangel Michael's love and light and say the Archangel Michael's prayer and also say, I am very grateful today. I'm very thankful for today. No, nothing negative is coming my way.
Yeah, what I do is I would go to the grass and I ground, like yourself, and ground through all the chakras down into the feet, ankles, feet, into the earth chakra, all the way back up. And then I'd imagine the bubble all around me. And then I would say, and I do a little circle, Archangel Michael, protect my energy all day. So it's a little circle, Archangel Michael, protect my energy all day, 3 times. And then I ask Archangel Michael to protect me, ground me, and keep away all negative energy for the day, 3 times. And then what I do on is I imagine a white bubble going over my house as well. So I
Yeah.
bubble up the house as well, just to keep away all negativity.
You can bubble up anything.
You
But
can bubble up anything. Yeah, and then I'm set to go for the day on. Then I'm all set.
I find it's important as well, yes, to bubble yourself up for the day and protect yourself. But if you know you're going to be around somebody such as a family member or even a friend
Yeah.
that might be going through some baggage, or the time mum was in the hospital and you told me, Mick, to bubble myself up specifically before I go in because it's a
Yes,
very
yes,
toxic,
yes.
heavy environment. When you know you're going to be in these specific places or you're going to be around people with heavy energy, or you could just walk into a shop or a cafe and just get this sense of something doesn't feel right, you can actually ask Archangel Michael to come in then and there and just bubble you up and protect you because it's giving you that extra layer of protection.
Surround me with your blue light and your white light.
Yeah. And then when you walk out, guys, dry bathing. You know, right to left, right shoulder to left, left to right, right to left, and then the arm right, bang, bang, box.
Yeah, right down, yeah.
Yeah, it's called dry bathing. It is. It's on YouTube there. Dry bathing.
There's another one as
for
well.
anybody.
Actually, I forgot that. I think it was one of your friends. I might name her. She might not have been the podcast that I had gotten a healing off before that I've gone through a few times. I think it was her that said,
Is it Karen?
Yeah.
Karen would mind you mention.
I think it was Karen. I can't remember. I think it was Karen that she says if you click your finger, you're clearing off the energy from you.
Yeah, Karen did.
Yeah, I remember that because when I was in school, I remember we went on a night out, me
Karen.
and Sarah,
yeah.
And she says when you come home from your night out, click your finger, and it just takes everything away from you.
Yeah, that was.
I know. Karen. When it comes to that bad energy, the one I do love, and it's the best of lot on is that lemon. Putting the name in the paper and covering it in lemon juice and burying it in the garden. And stop! It's brilliant. It's the best one. I love it. It's the one that has been fail safe to work.
Yeah, everybody tells me that.
Yeah, it's absolutely fail safe. It is.
But you must remember, there was a man crying on the telly today. What's happening all over the world, and that is coming over everybody, and people are actually feeling that.
But I think personally, greed has a lot to do.
Oh, it is great.
Oh, it is. It is great. You see, the plan, if you look at the plan down the line for the IMF and all these guys, they wanted to control the whole world. There was a couple of people that wanted to control the whole world, bringing in the currency and bringing in everything so that you could be tracked in everything that you do, and they'll have the complete power over it. So I wrote a poem, guys. I'll read it out. And it's called AI, Artificial Intelligence. Everyone is using AI. Nobody is thinking for themselves.
not a bit.
Nobody is thinking for themselves. It's the brain has been left to mush.
Yeah.
Mush. We are the we can heal ourselves. We're far better than any computer in the world, and yet here we are allowing other people to think for ourselves. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
But a really big thing that hits home with me, when you see all of these greedy people out there that are taking off vulnerable people, taking off elderly people, that are just taken because they want everything,
Mm.
Yeah.
they're not going to bring it to the grave with them.
No.
No, Andrea, there is no pockets in the gown, pet.
Like,
I
Absolutely.
actually, my stomach would absolutely want to heave at what certain people are doing and the people starving. I just want to heave.
and you
Yeah.
feel so bad because there's not a single thing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And that's what hurts the most when you're a good person. That you know there's
But guys,
people out there that can help.
Yeah.
yeah, but guys, all this it's got so bad now that everybody at long last is realizing this can't be it for the world.
No,
We
can't be.
have to
And that's
change.
why,
We have to change. And that is why they are feeling the way they're feeling, because they're now realizing the powers that be are the ones that are put us in this position. They have to go.
yeah.
They have to go. This is not the way it should be. And people are sick to their teeth of seeing this and they say, what's it all about? No, let's finish this. It's getting to that stage now where they're gone. The whole collective energy is gone. We've had it. We've had it with you. You've fecked up the whole world.
Yeah.
We're taking back the power.
Well, like, Thursday is my bitch and stitch day. And
Yeah.
I didn't know Mary was there. And we were sitting, I was sitting with one of the women outside, and she was saying to me, we're talking now. And she says, and this lady had a lot of things in her life. And I thought, at this stage of your life, you poor creature. She says, talking, she says, I was in Dunn's yesterday, Anne. And I said, were you shopping? Oh, I was, she says. And she says, before you get a chicken for a fiver, it's gone up nearly €2. A cooked chicken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Food is going to go through the roof, lads. Unfortunately, it is. But
And
that's just
that's
it.
But
But
like the
every
likes of your luxuries, coffee, chocolate, cereals, like the price of them is you go into a shop now and buy a teeny bar of chocolate, it's nearly €4.
yeah.
wow.
Do you know?
Thank God the universe made me give up chocolate, lads. I'd be
It
broke.
is, it's a ridiculous price.
It looks like it's giving me up too, Mick.
Well, there you go, Anne. There you go. Welcome to my world.
We must keep the fairies, the folklore, very much alive.
We have to, guys, because they're there all around us. I really feel them in the last week, I'd say, all around me, massively.
Yeah.
I really think there's a huge draw back to that, back to them.
Yeah.
And they're going to become more and more prevalent. Like the UFOs are going to be more and more prevalent, and the Palladians and all these, they're all going to be showing themselves more and more, but so are the fairies.
But here's the biggest one as well with the fairies is the Palladiums.
Yes.
They are trying to heal the world.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, God, yeah. That's what they're here to do, like.
Yeah.
And with the med beds and all that, they'll be here by, say, they're saying 2027, the med beds will be in. And that will heal an awful lot of illnesses, guys.
Well, they
An
reckon
awful lot of
that
illnesses, guys.
the good and the bad are fighting.
Yes. There's a war out there, lads, for our energy. There's an energetic war being waged at the moment between the good and the bad. But the good is winning.
All the
Mick,
good is winning.
your mom is singing She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain.
When she comes, she always sang that, Andrea. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. My mother always sang that, Andrea. She did. She'll be coming round the mountain, coming round the mountain, coming round the mountain when she comes. Woohoo!
She'll
She'll
be
be
wearing
riding six
red
by.
feathers and a hooly
Woo!
skirt.
Woo!
Yeah.
Andrea, that's good. Yeah, Andrea, she always sang that song.
She'll
Yeah.
be
She
riding.
And you wouldn't remember that song, Andrea. You wouldn't. You
over
wouldn't remember
here
it.
singing it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can't listen to the 2E when she's singing in my ear.
Okay, we'll stop. You can sing away
And
then.
there's
She can.
a soul coming in called Joseph.
Okay.
If it's for anybody out there.
I have one or two messages. I must get them for the next podcast. They're upstairs. One of them was fascinating last week. It was a guy from World War One, and he gave me his name, and he says, "Google me." And I did Google him, lads, and there I found him. I found him on it straight away. It came up. I went, "Oh my God!" Thought about getting a message so strong. I was like, "Really?" So I have it upstairs, and I forgot to bring down that notebook. I bring it down. I will, and I'll read it out. There's one or two messages. Yeah. Well, who's the Joseph Van? We don't know more about him.
Could be something to do with you in the World War.
Oh. Oh, what was your man's name upstairs? I'll find out I can't remember what his name was. I remember the story. I'll find out when I go upstairs now. I'll run upstairs for the next podcast. I will.
You put a card
Yeah.
for me, please.
Yeah.
And Andrea, pull a card for me as well.
I
Go
will.
on.
I will finish it up then with your poem.
What my poem on AI? Yeah, artificial intelligence, lads.
Now, Mum, you got the clarity card. Seeing things a lot more clearly.
That is absolutely spot on.
Through people.
Spot on.
Yeah, you're kind of putting the puzzles of the jigsaw together at the minute with people.
Yeah, I can see things clearly. I can see things in the universe more clearly.
Wow.
Yes, but at the moment, for people elevating, like some of the sentences that we're getting, you're exhausted, but you're not tired. Do you know what I mean?
Like
You're
tired,
confused.
we can't go to bed.
Yeah, you're confused, but yet you have huge clarity because you're seeing things for what they are.
Yeah.
And then you feel lost, but at the same time, you're in limbo. You know what I mean? Like that's where you feel in limbo. You're waiting for something to happen. And one of the number one symptom, and I remember this happened to me about 3.5 years ago. I spoke about it on the podcast, where I connected with Dolores Cannon and I had a blackout. But a blackout is the biggest sign that you're having a massive elevation and you're jumping timelines.
Yeah.
Anyway, Andrea, pull my card. Go on.
I will. Now, they have given you the regeneration card. So, it's like you've done a complete 180. You using that grounding sheet has really changed a lot within your chakras. I wouldn't even say balanced. It's kind of reset things, they're saying. You've regenerated.
Yeah, lads, it's brilliant, lads. I have to say, I'm have to say now, it's top class, guys. It's game changer.
Is saying with this regeneration, your heart chakra is healing.
Oh.
About time. Mick, can I ask?
About time, Suzanne. About time is right.
I love it.
I heard you, Anne. I heard you.
No, I didn't say it. You were meant to hear me.
Yeah.
About time. I want to ask you something, Mick, right?
Yeah, go on.
I don't know if I should say it on the podcast.
Well, we're finished this one now, so ask it, and if it's good, we'll use it in the next one, Mum.
Okay.
All right, okay, right. So AI. Yes, the amazing AI. You no longer do think. For your spiritual armor, it becomes a big chink. Can it give you a hug? Can it give you a smile? Will it be by your side as you walk the last mile? Will it pick you up when you hit the floor? Will it show you compassion when rocked to your core? Will it wipe away a tear? Will it hold your hand when you fall on the ground? Will it help you stand? Will it sit and listen when you need an ear? Will it remove the trauma that's causing your fear? Can it make eye contact? Does it have a soul? Can you depend on it when in a foxhole? We all are humans. Human contact we need. The touch of a hand for your soul, that is feed. AI may be instant, but it's only a tool. If it controls your life, that's the act of a fool. No, lads.
I was very truthful.
Yeah.
There's food for thought, guys.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, will it hold your hand? Can you look into its eyes? Will it pick up off the ground? I'll give you a
That's it.
hug. No, doesn't work, guys. Doesn't work. Well, with that, lads, just been a great old podcast.
We
And
did.
so we'll go on to the next one. I run up and get me notes. Woohoo!
I want to start